there is an inner depth available to us if we are able to dive in and keep diving through layer upon layer, past what is known, beyond doubt, beyond certainty, through the dense layer of belief, past security and fear, through the clouds of conditionality and transaction upon which we base our lives, deeper and deeper and deeper still, until all vestige of this humanness is but a whisper, and there we will discover the source of everything. For we will have fallen into the unconditional realm, where all is open and accepted in the most profound way, because everything is known to be one thing. And that, my friend, is the most astonishing realization. Amoda and I, for those of you who don't know, Amoda is my wife, writer, and she's the main player in the double act. She's the kind of lead teacher in some way. We often talked. She introduced this kind of idea of the horizontal plane and the vertical plane, not to be thought of literally, but to be thought of almost energetically, metaphorically. I don't think we're the first, certainly not the last, but it's a beautiful metaphor and energetic awareness to play around with. But on the horizontal plane is the one we perennially live on, past, present, future. The horizontality of things. There's something in the past is informing us in the present, is going to take us into the future. It's the carrot on the, waved in front of the donkey kind of idea of life. It's linear and rational. It makes sense. It's the regular state of conditioned living is a horizontal level. It's logical that if A happened, then B is the consequence and C is likely to happen. It's where most people find themselves, because that's what we're trained for, is the whole level of rational belief. As being trained to be someone when we were young, we automatically made our bed on the horizontal plane because that's where life is lived. Which works in a way, as far as society is concerned, because everything is governed by that. You go to school so you can get your grades, and you get your grades so you can get to university, and you go to university so that you can get the job, and you get the job so you can get the pay, and you get the better job so you can get the promotion. You can get the promotion so you can get the house, and on and on and on. This wheel goes, the wheel of the horizontal world, because it's all illusorily taking you towards the retirement in which you can enjoy everything that you've done over the past 50 years, and there you are in absolute heaven, because you've reached some kind of pinnacle, some kind of goal, some kind of achievement. That is the horizontal world, and we are conditioned into it, and it lives inside us, and we perpetuate it. And there's nothing wrong with it, because it is as it is. It just works in that way. But the danger is when we get on the spiritual path, particularly on the spiritual path, because the spiritual path is asking different kind of questions from the horizontal path, we automatically, and if we're not careful, bring that the belief in horizontality of past, present, future into the very spiritual path itself. So our inquiry has the same quality as the endeavoring in school or in the endeavoring in work. If I just get more information, somewhere down the line, I'm going to be either awakened, more peaceful, or enlightened. And so we search and we search and we search and we search and we search. We search in the past. And all of this is valid, and I'm not denying anything because I've done it and I know it completely. And we search in the past to resolve the past, imagining that if we resolve the past completely, then somehow that'll magically create a better future, and it somehow does a little bit. But then there's another bit of information that we don't quite get and we don't quite understand. So we seek a little bit more information from somewhere else, and we're on a path. The spiritual path is called a spiritual path, and we have to be careful of calling it a spiritual path, because it means that in this very moment, here and now, we cannot achieve, or we cannot reach. Achieve is, there's the word again. We cannot reach the deepest place of acceptance with life as it is now. And the jewel of life is not enlightenment. The jewel of life is to accept life as it is in this very moment, whether that moment brings discomfort, joy, grief, sorrow, anger, rage, whatever the feeling, whatever the external world seems to be doing to us, or we seem to be doing to ourselves, to be able to accept it from the deepest as the deepest in the way that we can in the moment. It completely, that is the vertical level, to come back to what I was talking about. In the verticality, we go in order to go up. You can go up, which is transcending, or you can go in, which is to go into the deepest, the deepest, the deepest. And that meditation at the beginning is the deepest, the deepest, the deepest, because as you fall inwards, so the strategies of the horizontal level no longer work. Mind cannot explain or keep you protected from that which is happening inside. So it's incumbent upon us as we fall into the verticality of ourselves, into the verticality of being, that we meet everything that comes. And there's the boogeyman for human beings, because within the experience that we have are all the ghosts, the demons, the pains, the traumas, the wounds, the beliefs that we carry around, trying to resolve. The way is in. The way is in. And the way in is the vertical plane itself.